seeds of the Spring of Hope were first sown by Brittany when she first travelled to Africa in 2005 and witnessed the poverty firsthand. When she later returned to the US, she fundraised over $10,000 in aid. She decided the best way her money could help the poor, isolated Africans would be to create wells so they could have fresh water. How can Eastfield 72 help? Our brief. By using crowdfunding, we will try to raise awareness and generate funds. We will advise springofhope.org on how to use crowdfunding websites like Indiegogo. We will advise them on which steps to take in the future to best help expand their projects. We approached a Spring of Hope for two main reasons. Firstly, they are new and have a great cause. And secondly, they are in need of support and funds so they can modernise. From taking a closer look, it would seem they really need some advice, as a number of their projects remain incomplete as they failed to find water. This is mainly down to their old-fashioned and outdated way of finding water. Explain crowdfunding with an easy tutorial. Evaluate their current setup and compare it to the alternative we offer for the future. Explain the many benefits of social funding and support and how it can lead to success. Our game plan is to use Indiegogo to help spread the word for a Spring of Hope and raise funds. To help explain Indiegogo, I've asked little Carl to give me a hand. Hello little Carl! Indiegogo is very user-friendly. Carl, let's learn how it works. Social media is a massive aspect of Indiegogo, as this is where the money comes from. You! Well, not all of it. If a charity or business needs $500, that's a lot of money for one person to donate. However, crowdfunding is the alternative. What if we get 100 people to donate $5? You reach the same goal, 500, and $5 isn't that much to one person. Now you understand the principle. Let's start a campaign. Carl, if you wouldn't mind, could I have the next slide? If you already have a Facebook account, you can skip the Indiegogo sign up. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to ask Carl to sign in the old-fashioned way. Come on little Carl, get on with it. Stop standing around. Go up and select health. Careful there Carl, you're going to fall. Quickly, swing to the right. Creating the campaign. It's important your goals and cause is clear from the start. Although sadly there isn't a well building category, we felt that health was the next best one, as the goal of building a well is to create a source of fresh clean water so the inhabitants of the village no longer catch diarrhea and other diseases from dirty water. You might want to also consider getting a catchy logo to have as your small image. Now for a bit more information on the funding. First you need to select how much money you want to raise. Think carefully here, as if you don't reach your goal, you will have to pay a larger admin fee. Remember, your project can be overfunded and is not limited by your goal. Many in fact do go over their target, by maybe 110, 20 or even 30%. The other thing to take into consideration is the type of funding. There's flexible funding and fixed funding. Fixed funding means if you don't reach your goal by the end of the time period, all the money gets refunded to the people who donated, and you don't have to pay any admin fee. Whereas flexible funding, you get all the money that's donated to you. However, if you don't reach your goal, Indiegogo take 9% of your total instead of 4%. Your story. Hang on, Carl, I was about to explain that. Don't rush me. One of the most important and easiest ways to attract donators is through your media pitch. An entertaining video and a detailed story will more than double your chances of becoming successfully funded. The last step to dramatically increase your chances of success is the go-go factor. By being active on social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, and even YouTube, you'll be featured on the Indiegogo page where you will attract more visitors and hence more donations. Carl? Oh, he's already gone, the little buck. Generate funds and support. Global exposure. New projects. Self-sufficiency. The main goals of using an online platform like Indiegogo is to raise funds, global exposure and support. We hope advising our client how to set up and manage an Indiegogo campaign will help them reach these goals, as well as inspire and involve others in their organisation. Indiegogo can help our NGO raise awareness about their campaign through a tool called the Go-Go Factor. This lets our NGO use social media tools to share their campaign to boost their Go-Go Factor. Doing so can lead to our NGO being featured on the Indiegogo's homepage, once again increasing the global exposure of their campaign. More exposure from being featured on the Indiegogo's homepage will help our NGO raise funds for new projects. This is key for growth, and growth increases the chance to get links with big business, which will make them self-sustainable in the long run. Indiegogo's easy interface makes it easy for our NGO to become self-sufficient. By launching a campaign, gaining exposure and funds, they can sustain projects and campaigns on their own. If their first project on Indiegogo is successful, a snowball effect can help them grow continuously.
1. By completing the projects they have already started. 2. Developing new techniques to find water. 3. Expanding to more countries. 4. Teaching well-building techniques. 5. Creating a link with a large consumer brand.
By finishing the projects they have already started, we can use these as an example of what they have achieved. This is good for creating an Indiegogo pitch, as it will increase their credibility. To locate groundwater more efficiently and gather information on it more effectively, several methods must be used to thoroughly test the target area. Identifying hydrologic and geologic features is important to planning and managing a resource. Currently, the A Spring of Hope organisation only has projects in South Africa, Uganda and Ghana. With funding, they could expand to other third world countries as well. Educating local communities on how to construct wells and maintain their existing ones is important for sustainability.
Negotiating agreements with large consumer brands for funding would make the charity more self-sustainable.